Walk in My Own Her Shoes is the international men's march to stop sexual assault, including rape, domestic violence, and gender violence. The Violence Prevention and Women's Resource Center and Men Against Violence at Cal Poly Pomona host this event to engage college men to walk in women's shoes to demonstrate support that such violence shall not be tolerated on our campus. Acknowledging that although such violence could affect anyone, most times it is men perpetrating violence towards women.
Push America. You're looking too good, Christian. Making me look bad.
Our goal in Men Against Violence is to challenge what is traditionally considered to be manhood. Another reason why this event is relevant. For example, heels were at one point extensively worn by men too. This is a small example of how gender is reformulated throughout history. The theorist Judith Lorber states that, quote, talking about gender for most people is the equivalent of fish talking about water, end quote. This means that performing our gender becomes so normalized that we do not realize that it exists in a spectrum, that there are multiple ways to perform gender. Being a man does not have to be associated with being violent nor idly standing by while other men objectify and try to sexually coerce women. Being a man could instead constitute being compassionate, respectful, and caring of our surroundings.
You're like a
Practice, guys. I'm surprised. Get back.
Females right.
Yeah, everybody put their hands up! Oh, sure. Hello everyone, how's everybody feeling? Everybody excited to do a walk down there? I need to hear a louder sound, come on, say yeah! I need to hear a louder sound, come on, say yeah! You guys know what we're doing this for, by the way?
Hell yeah.
What is it for? Yes, I heard it. Men against violence. More specifically, men against violence towards women. So now let's say, yeah, men against violence towards women. Men against violence towards women. One more time, louder. Men against violence towards women. We are men against violence towards women. We are men against violence towards women. One more time, please, louder. We are men against violence towards women. We are men against violence towards women. Thank you. Thank you. Now, as you listen to people talk about their experience throughout this event, I challenge you to take notice of how people perform masculinity and femininity.
I feel pain.
You feel pain?
The heels are a bit tight.
Okay.
Other than that, I feel good.
You feel excited about the... Is it your first time doing the walk in my own shoes, right?
Doing the walk.
Okay.
Yeah, it feels good.
Cool.
It feels good that we had this many men turn out, so looks like everybody isn't so self-conscious about it.
Right.
So yeah.
Cool. Can you show off your heels?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So many people came out here to support the cause. I think it's awesome.
Okay. Well, are you surprised seeing guys wearing heels, by the way?
Yeah, I'm really surprised.
It will add to the hype and people are like, why are you guys wearing heels? So it'll be like that much more.
More to do.
Exactly.
Thank you.
I like it. More guys should wear heels.
Like, so I see you wearing the heels.
Yeah. They haven't get my size, but one of my fellow hermanos have the opportunity to wear them today.
So you're from Hermanos Unidos?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's it's not as bad as I thought it'd be. It's actually pretty comfortable.
Is that pretty good? Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty well in this. Take off your socks.
Another one of our
I can dance in this right now, actually.
Did they explain to you what it was about, the Walkamaya and her shoes? Can you tell me a bit about that?
Yeah.
He gave us a broad explanation of what it was going to be.
Okay.
It's just for like us guys to see not only like the social pressures, but just like just the experience of what it feels like to have to wear these kinds of things and then like be degraded sometimes by guys. It's like I'm totally feeling it right now. My feet are killing me. So like if I could do this for the girls, just to like the BSC, then it's more than enough.
You like it? Okay.
I don't know.
It's cool.
I don't know.
It's interesting, yeah.
All right. Do you know what it's about or no?
Yeah, it's about, what is it? Women's violence prevention.
Okay.
Yeah. It's walking their own shoes, something like that.
So guys walking in her shoes, okay. Cool. Are you gonna be walking as well? Are you gonna be joining the little walk or
I
no?
have to do something right now for you.
Oh, cool.
I'll be watching.
I heard that you guys ran out of heels, so otherwise I'd probably be down.
Oh, for sure. Okay.
Against violence, like to prevent like violence against women.
Violence against women, okay.
Yeah, like that.
Oh, like in terms of how many people?
Yeah. They get to see how it feels to wear heels. This is awesome.
It's awesome?
Yeah.
Why is it awesome?
So they can feel, so they can know how
Your reaction seeing guys walking in heels with
I
this
wish I
costume?
had a pair of my own to walk in.
What happened?
I didn't get a pair in time.
Okay. It's all good. Thank you for wearing the shirt though and walking with us though.
Of course.
Yeah.
I got a shirt from my man, so.
You got a shirt for it.
I took a ton of pictures with my phone. I took pictures with some of the students. It really touches my heart to see athletics in the Greek community, especially coming together for this very important issue.
Right.
So I'm loving it.
Cool. I'm here right now.
I think it's amazing that they are supporting awareness about, against women's violence. And the fact that they're wearing heels and they're being part of this whole thing. So it's great.
Honestly, we're here to support the Women Against Violence and the soccer team. The men.
Okay, I bet it, yeah.
And the soccer team, we're here to support them.
Okay.
My name is Elena Roddy, and I am the coordinator of the Violence Intervention and Prevention Program at University of California, Irvine.
Okay.
And I'm here to check out your program, see what's going on.
Right. What is your reaction so far?
It's great. You have a really good turnout. I'm really happy about that.
Okay. You've seen the Walkamaya in her shoes before, right?
I have seen the Walk a Mile in her shoes.
Okay.
Our school does the event a little bit differently. We do it Walk a Mile for empathy, so we kind of change the theme of it just a little bit.
Okay.
And we get men and women involved.
Right.
But I think it's a really great thing you have going on here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Who's wearing? Okay, you do wear heels. Cool. Is this your first time wearing heels?
Yeah.
How does it feel right now?
I like a real matching.
Oh yeah, I'll pick. Yeah. Are you guys from a sports team or fraternity, or are you just here supporting?
SAE.
SAE. Oh, cool. Thanks for supporting, by the way.
No problem. Glad to be out here.
Thank you. How was it to walk in the heels, by the way?
It's hard.
It's hard. Okay.
I'm like super happy and excited.
Cool.
And then there was too many. We ran out of shoes, and everyone really wanted to be a part of it.
So I still see people without heels, but they're still here to support, right?
Yes.
That's good. Cool. Thank you. Thank you very much for coming here. I did not expect this turnout. I mean, like how many guys are going to be here, and I'm especially really happy to see fraternities and some sports members being here to show the support. Yeah, it's been close to 5 years now that I have been involved with Men Against Violence. Yeah, I want to hear like a big applause for the Men Against Violence members. They're all over there, by the way. Thank you very much, guys, for being here too. Now, when I came to this campus, I just wanted to get really involved, and I remember looking at the pamphlet, just seeing the different clubs, and then I saw Men Against Violence, and I thought that it was just a group of men against violence overall, like, for example, like warfare and things like that. However, then when I went to their meeting and then they told me it was men against violence towards women, it was something that I hadn't thought about before. So this is why it wound up influencing my future endeavors to eradicate violence against women forever. For example, I will be working with one of the top research programs this coming summer at Michigan State, and this relates to survivors of sexual assault. Like many other men, I did not think about the prevalence of violence against women because I did not see it affecting me. How a lot of guys do see it, like they don't see it affecting you, so you don't really think about it. However, I now deeply understand that how our lives will always be interconnected, since women, like my shirt says, there are sisters, there are mothers, there are friends, there are lovers. Thus, it is time for us men to join the movement that women have been fighting for many years. Again, an applause to the women right now for their dedication and for doing this for the really longest time. And now, finally, men are starting to stand up. An applause for the women, please. Thus, it is time for us men to join the movement that women have been fighting for many years to end men's violence towards women. Yesterday marked the last day of Sexual Assault Awareness Month, April, but this does not mean that we should stop talking about it. Even 2 days ago, the White House released a public service announcement starring male celebrities as part of Vice President Joe Biden's campaign to combat sexual assault on college campuses. And as Meyer pointed out, sexual assault continues to be a prevalent problem on college campuses. Throughout my several years here, I heard of numerous examples from fellow friends. Now, yes, the majority of the time, it is men who commit sexual assault, but let me expand on that. The percentage of men who commit sexual assault, including rape, is actually small compared to those who don't. But men continue to be the main population who perpetrate sexual assault, and this is why it's important to address men. We have allowed men to get away with it. For example, this happens when a woman gets drunk at a party and a man uses this as an opportunity to try to take advantage of her. This is one of the most common stories I've heard happen at college parties. Now let's be real. The majority of the time there will be drinking involved at parties. However, we need to be conscientious about people's decision-making, actions, and ability to consent. There are several ways men can contribute to prevent men's violence towards women. Now the first, and probably the simplest way to proactively have conversations amongst our peers regarding consent. Again, like everybody was chanting, no means no, things like that. Knowing that no means no and that there shouldn't be any blurred lines. We do not know for certain what our friends' beliefs are around this topic until we talk about it. Contrary to popular belief, sexual assault is most commonly perpetrated by someone who is close, not a stranger. So let's talk about it. Let our voices be heard that we stand with women, heels on or not, that sexual assault will never be tolerated. Another action we could take is to get all organizations to be more involved with the Violence Prevention and Women's Resource Center. For example, it is Men Against Violence's goal to start collaborating with more fraternities and with more organizations overall. Now, this was my motivation for embarking on my research so that we could get more fraternities involved. I believe this is a great opportunity for fraternity to take on a leadership role. As students and myself as a fraternity member, we know fraternities throw a lot of parties. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's actually, I've had a lot of fun and I still do. But not all fraternities and fraternity members tolerate sexual assault. And we can see some good examples to happen at our parties, but fraternity parties can serve to be an environment where sexual assault is more likely to happen. This could be true for any party. So it is our duty to not let that happen. In broader terms, more support is needed from administrative organizations across the campus to develop educational programs for all student organizations. More specifically, programs tailored for fraternities and sports teams are needed. It would be more than exciting if we could work alongside campus administration, for example, the Office of Student Life and Housing, to get this going. If all organizations provide support and collaborate with the Violence Prevention and Women's Resource Center, it is a step closer to ridding our campus of violence towards women and influencing our surrounding community to do so as well. For example, we could get a lot of support for our next week's event, which is a luncheon, traditionally our men's conference. Okay, now thank you very much for your support. I really do appreciate it.
I put this video together for a project for my diverse sexual and gender identities course. It is a self-reflective video regarding gender performance in a space concentrated on combating men's violence towards women.